What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. I'm going to go over Matic, guys. Just noticed a new pattern, as well as I want to look at the weekly time frame. So currently we're sitting at 141. We're down about 13% on the day. We're sitting at a market cap of 10.4 billion, 24-hour volume 2.03 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app. And you can grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives. Depending on the level of card that you have, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So let's hop into Matic, guys. We're here on the 4 hour. So as we're seeing with many of our charts, including Bitcoin, we have a nice bullish divergence, lower low, higher low on the RSI, as well as on the money flow, which signifies the bears are running out of strength. All right, guys, so we're going to quickly pop right over to the daily time frame. So we met our target of our head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We met that target perfectly, and we're currently finding support on the 0.5. I pulled my Fibonacci from this swing low up to our swing high, and you can see we've wicked right down to the 0.5. Now, if we lose that level of support, we come down to the golden ratio. If that's broken, guys, it increases the chances of coming back down all the way to where you started, which is at about 61 cents, which is the technical target of this ascending channel as we have broken down out of it. However, guys, we are in the floor on our indicators with many of the coins. And if we pop over to this chart here, you can see we have a descending broadening wedge. You can see here, let me grab my brush. We've created support. Right here we have resistance, and you can see we're starting to break away from the EMAs. Just as if you're in an uptrend, guys, you start to break away from the EMAs, you come back to them. Same thing when you're in a downtrend, you start to break away the EMAs, you come back to them. Of course, we're having the bearish cross, so what may happen is, as you can see right here, we come back up to them, and then we start hitting them as resistance, and that pushes us lower. But if we do see a nice bounce here, I would watch the EMAs would be coming in at about right around $1.97, and then this level of resistance, which is coming in at about $2.16 for our friend Matic. If we pop over to the weekly time frame, check this out, guys. Big bearish divergence on the weekly. We're creating higher highs, we're creating lower highs on the weekly RSI. And we've started to come down. You can see we're very close to the 55 EMA. So that's a little bit more confluence that we could see a nice bounce, a nice push back up, quite possibly to find resistance on the 20 EMA on the weekly as well. So that's something to keep a close eye on for our friend Matic. So if we quickly pop over to Ethereum, we're here on the 4 hour chart. Same pattern, guys. Descending broadening wedge, bullish divergence on the RSI as well as the money flow. If we pop our friend Ethereum over onto the daily, completely in the floor on our indicators. And this is basically our last level of support before dropping all the way back down to about 1670, which was our low, guys, back in July. Just as you can see here, we had a descending broadening wedge. Let me open this up. Ignore all the little scribbles. There's just little patterns here. We had a descending broadening wedge. We broke out, but we didn't quite make it up to our technical target. And then we created that double bottom. So once again, guys, we have a descending broadening wedge. So we could definitely see a nice push at least up to this level of resistance, which is coming in about 2930. We're breaking away from the EMAs just as we are with Matic. So I definitely think we could see a bounce to retest the EMAs and retest this level of resistance. We can do the same thing. We can take our Fibonacci here down from our swing low up to our swing high and see if we're holding the fib levels. So we've wicked right down to the 0.786. We've lost the golden ratio. When you lose the golden ratio, there is a higher likelihood that you're going to come back down to where you started, but sometimes you do bounce right off the 0.786. So just watch for that, guys. The bearish scenario is we just see a little bit of consolidation before coming back down to our July lows, which is coming in at about 1703. So if we do push up here, I would expect 2874 to act as resistance. Let me just drop in a little price target, about 2871. If we look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame, you can also see that that lines up with the 55 EMA. We've lost the 20, we've lost the 55. So if we do push back up, we could definitely hit some resistance 2871 as it lines up with the 55 on the weekly time frame. You can see here big bearish divergence creating higher highs while creating lower highs on the weekly RSI, and we've come all the way back down towards oversold. And if we look at the last times we were this oversold for Ethereum on the weekly, right here, guys. Major pump back to the upside right here as well. Major pump back to the upside. We do have a little bit more room to come down before trending towards oversold. But as I've been mentioning, guys, it doesn't go straight down and it doesn't go straight up. It works in waves. Bitcoin as well. The bears are trying to push the price down. You can see that wick there. And we're seeing some bullish volume push the price back up. We're still holding that 33K level where we have quite a bit of volume in that range. So this does give us a good opportunity to bounce. If we lose that level, as I mentioned in my Cardano video, then I would expect 28 to 30K for Bitcoin. So we'll finish off the video for Matic. Just keep an eye on this descending broadening wedge. If this support is lost, guys, then our next level of support is coming in at about $1.05. Let me drop in a line here. And if we do push up, watch the EMAs on the daily, as well as this resistance coming in at 213. If we break out of it, guys, and we head up to the top of our channel or our descending broadening wedge, which is coming in at about 288. So with our dollar cost average strategy, guys, we've had 4 entries with our break even at 196. If we drop lower, 125, 107 line up with support levels will be our next entries to bring down our average price and get more money in your trade. If you're a spot trader, equal amounts at each buy zone brings your average price down halfway each time. And then if you're leverage trading, don't recommend more than 2 to 3x. You have to double your margin. All right, guys. So that's basically it for Matic. If you want early access to these charts, sign up to the Discord. We have many altcoins with our DCA strategy, as well as 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns. Great way to stay ahead of the game. Price of a coffee, and you can sign up through the Patreon. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Much love. Take care.